Empowered children grow up to make empowered choices that serve instead of sabotage them. Welcome to Modern Lifekeeping. I'm your host, Lori Christine. What does it mean to be empowered? Being empowered is what you are when you live a balanced life. Empowered individuals take responsibility for their actions, feelings, and thoughts. They recognize that no one else is responsible for their actions, feelings, and thoughts, but themselves. Empowered individuals have power and control in their life. Are you raising empowered children or supporting others to be empowered? Empowered individuals do not give their power away. They do not allow others or things to have power or control over them. They have the knowledge, tools, and wisdom to make their own decisions, and they know how to follow their intuition and use their logic in ways that serve them. As a result of their ability to think for themselves, empowered individuals can be perceived as difficult to work with. You see, they can't be bought, cajoled, or manipulated. They will not give anyone that much power. They can't be triggered. They value their peace too much to allow someone or something to upset them. Their ability to manage themselves means they have clarity. For much of my life, I have been considered difficult. I speak my mind. My brother actually told me he knew what my problem was. I said, "Oh, really?" He said, "Yeah, you don't take shit from anyone." I think he meant, "You don't take shit from me." But either way, I couldn't help but wonder why I should or would take shit from anyone. Besides, I thought advice like, "Never let them see you cry," meant, "Don't take shit from anyone." Talk about mixed messages. These experiences were indications that I was on the road of empowerment, and people didn't like it. The road was long as society persevered in their efforts to break my spirit, conform to their expectations, and do as I was told. I fought every step of the way, resulting in a perpetual cycle of feeling defensive and misunderstood. And this defensiveness, in a sense, proved to them that I was difficult. Ironic, isn't it? The more we assert ourselves, the more people perceive us as difficult. The more people perceive us as difficult, the more we try to assert ourselves. I don't say things I don't mean. When people tell me I'm being difficult, I take it to heart. And it was only recently that I realized that telling me I was being difficult was a way of gaslighting me. Gaslighting happened so often that it had become easier and easier to believe I was the problem. I see now that others were simply trying to dim my light so that they didn't feel discomfort. It feels so much more comfortable to just conform. Lucky for me, my drive to be authentic to myself was stronger than my drive to be like everyone else. When I realized that I was allowing others the ability to manipulate my thinking, I realized I could just as easily not allow this. I was taught my entire life to put the needs of others before those of my own. I learned to walk on eggshells, to sense the moods of others so that I could anticipate their actions and to be seen and not heard. I learned whose opinion mattered, and it generally wasn't mine. As children, we are often encouraged not to upset others, not to be difficult. Don't make mom or dad mad. Be a good little girl or boy. Don't be so dramatic, and never cry. Even when we don't specifically teach these things, the message permeates our culture. How do we teach our children to manage their actions, feelings, thoughts, and words in a way that serves instead of sabotages them? Well, we can begin by respecting their individuality. We can accept them for who they are. We can respect their personal space, their right to say no, and their feelings. We can teach our children to listen to their intuition. As parents, we can heal some of our childhood wounds so that we don't pass them on to our children. We do this by becoming aware of what hurts. We can allow them to do all they can for themselves instead of thinking we have to do it, that we can do it better, or that they can't do it at all. We can teach our children the skills they need to make informed decisions that align with their authentic self. We can allow individuals to be who they are. We can appreciate them and their efforts, giving positive praise where there has been some level of success. We can listen with an open and beginner's mind, no judgment, and a willingness to learn something new. We can ask them what they think, how they feel, what they would do. We can become more aware of our words and the thoughts that drive them. We can embrace seeing things from other people's perspectives, particularly the developmental level or stage of our children. We can consider the impact our words have on others. We can encourage others to think for themselves and to align with their own authenticity. We can examine our role and determine if we are codependent and need to be needed. Doing and serving others is a way many of us, especially moms, show our love. I have learned that this comes from an unmet need within us. We try to fill the need by doing for others what they can do for themselves. We need to examine our role in our relationships and assess if we are enabling others not to become independent thinkers and doers. Most of all, we can lead by example. We can encourage and support individuals in having power and control in their own life by demonstrating it in our own life. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Modern Lifekeeping with Lori Christine, brought to you by Keara Kisses. Empowered people make empowered decisions that serve their highest good. Intend to encourage empowerment around you. For more information on my individual and parenting support groups, retreats, and services, visit Keara, Keara Kisses.com. Thank you for listening. Until we meet again, keep wondering.